This is the NBC lady, Stephanie Rule. She tweeted this because she quoted a reporter who was citing Goldman Sachs. It says labor supply appears to be tighter than the unemployment rate suggests, likely reflecting the impact of usually generous unemployment benefits and lingering virus-related impediments to working. And Stephanie Rule, who has never run a business, who has never had to make payroll, who has never had to pay tax, who's never been the first person to be there and the last person to leave, she tweets this: why is it that the unemployment benefits are too generous rather than the pay offered by employers too low? Pay more money, find more workers. If margins are so thin that you cannot increase pay without passing it through losing customers, then your business model doesn't work. This is when I had to say a little prayer. Kane and I both did. Kane's in prayer now. His hands are together. His head was bowed. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, she's
just never owned a business.
No.
She doesn't know how it works. She just doesn't.
Let's pay everybody $1 trillion an hour. Because you know why you don't want to pay more than what the market demands? Because A, we're not Venezuela, and B, we don't practice hyperinflation. That's why. That's why. I mean, anybody who's ever had to run it, she's never had to run a business. Oh my gosh, I was made of thoughts on this. And to compare government to business as she's doing, businesses, their success depends upon them running a tight, balanced budget. Success of small business comes from being accountable for every dollar that is spent, every dollar that is earned, right? The government does not do this. The government does not even have to show profit. They don't even have to show benefit to the taxpayer. And what they do is establish ridiculous restrictions and guidelines for operating a small business. And then they had the audacity to determine that only some small businesses were essential. Everybody's essential, by the way. And then when small businesses struggle under the weight of restrictions levied upon them by government, then the small business is the one that has the bad model? That's not, no, ma'am. That's not at all how this works. You have the government stealing from people who are productive and struggling. It's not just productive is not synonymous with wealthy or rich, to pay people to stay home, running a deficit while spending record amounts. And then they're promoting policies that are further compromising us with China and Russia. But it's small business, Kane, that has the bad model. It's small business. These people have never had to run a small business. They don't know what it takes. They do not know what it takes.